See, now when you hear that cities vote to raise minimum wage like New York City just did for fast food workers, yep, they raised it to $15 an hour. Everyone freaks out and says this is going to cause shutdowns of small businesses. It's going to hurt a lot of people. Well, there is one company that is watching this extremely closely. They're in the fast food category. They are Dunkin Brands. 576 locations in New York City alone. That is more than Starbucks and McDonald's combined. So how does the coffee and donut chain really plan to deal with the raising minimum wage? And what kind of impact does Dunkin expect on the New York locations in particular? Let's ask Dunkin Brands Chairman and CEO Nigel Travis. You'll tell me like it is. Are you freaked out? Are you worried about this? Can you handle it? $15 an hour. I am not being flippant here. It's supposed to go to that by the year 2018.
So, Liz, good afternoon. And, it's a challenge. We're in a business of plenty of challenges. And I think the key facts that people need to know is that this is a 71% increase in the minimum wage in 3 years. I think even in the days of high inflation back in the 70s, people weren't getting that kind of increase. So we're very concerned about it. I'm very focused on franchise economics, franchise relationships. Our franchisees are concerned about it. But what really concerns us is that the governor set up a wages board that ignored the legislature in Albany. He ignored the National Restaurant Association, ignored our franchisees who are small business people bringing jobs to New York. And most of all, I think the people who are going to be hurt by this are going to be young people. The youth unemployment rate, 16 to 19 in New York State, is 21%.
So wait, Nigel, are you saying
a very high number?
Are you saying that your franchise-owned locations, and they're all of them, 576 in New York City, are you saying that they will have to lay off people or stop hiring? I want to know what the effect will be of a higher minimum wage.
Okay, so if this goes forward, what's going to happen is we're going to have to mitigate. We may well be in a better situation than some other chains out there, but the thing we do not like is that they've focused on fast food and focused on franchise. But the answer to your question is part of the mitigation will be price increases. Part of it will be obviously cost reduction in goods, but part of it will be we will have to find ways of getting increased labor productivity. And most of the minimum wage that we pay is to 16, 19-year-olds. Don't forget, this is the industry that trains America's workforce. We're the people who get folks started in work. We're the ones who teach them the great habits. We're the ones who teach them about customer service, etc. They're the ones who are going to suffer. So This makes no sense. So we're very concerned about it. But like everything, we'll work with our franchisees to respond.
Nigel, I know you have smart people and you've got great people running these franchises, but do you suspect that some will eventually have to close because of this hike in minimum wage?
We will do everything to avoid that. We're the biggest retailer in New York, which was implicit in what you said earlier. We want to keep growing. As I think we've talked many times before, we have a real opportunity to grow across America, but perhaps we will grow in places without the kind of minimum wage hikes that we're seeing here. Well, there's plenty of opportunities.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have been pretty ingenious, and I want to just explain one of the things that you've done. You are going for the afternoon donut crowd. It's not just for breakfast anymore. What I have in my hands are the Chips Ahoy donuts. I put them on my script upside down because I thought people would say, wait, you're getting your germs all over them. But the Chips Ahoy donut, tell me how this rollout has gone for you guys, because this will bring in more traffic in the afternoon, correct?
Well, it's gone very well. We've had Chips Ahoy and Oreo donuts and iced coffee. That's gone very well. It's part of our limited time offers. We try and give people fun products like the one you're holding up. We continue to come up with new innovations, and we've got plenty more ideas like this for the rest of the year. So it's gone very well. And by the way, when I look at the quarter, I'm delighted with our quarter. Beverages were up. In fact, coffee was the best since 2011 in terms of growth. Breakfast sandwiches are doing fantastically. And back on donuts, 19 consecutive quarters of growth for donuts. So we feel we're hitting it on all cylinders.
They love their donuts.
And we'll continue to grow across America.
And guess what? Over 52 weeks, your stock has grown too, up 28%. Nigel, great to have you. Once again, thank you. We'll check back with you on how this develops, because it isn't until 2020.